everybody. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about playtime. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article I wrote on just how important playtime really is to our children. So we all know how important and vital playtime is to children. And despite its many benefits, statistics show that the amount of time children get to play has been declining for decades. Tightly structured family and school schedules, more parents working outside the home, fewer safe places to play, and rising media use and screen time are among the reasons. For example, research shows that the average preschooler watches 4.5 hours of TV each day. And trust me, as a mom, I know we all need some downtime or some screen time here and there, but I think as homeschoolers especially, we forget just how important playtime really is. We don't have those long structured hours away from home, and I see a lot of parents trying to emulate that same dynamic inside the house. But let's not forget the reasons why we chose the homeschool path to begin with. And for me, it was more freedom. Freedom for me and freedom for my children. So if our children are getting even more playtime than the average child, I say great. Having said that, let's take a look at the 2018 survey on recess. And this says that after recess, 81% of teachers said that kids' behaviors changed positively. These changes include more positive moods, longer attention spans, fewer behavioral issues, increased participation in class, more eagerness to learn, and improved academic performance. In terms of students who tend to behave badly, nearly all of the teachers surveyed, which is 97%, agreed that recess improves their behavior. Also, 95% agreed that recess improves their students' social interactions. 78% noted their students are focused and ready for their next lesson when they return from recess, and 100% said that recess is essential for young students' mental and physical development. Of the teachers surveyed, 93% said that their school currently offers recess for its student the average length of 25 minutes per day. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends 20 minutes of recess per day. So 20 minutes a day is the average number of recess most kids in America are getting. That's all it took to see these positive changes in the children's attitude and willingness to learn. So imagine the possibilities when we give our children the space to just be kids and learn the best way that comes naturally to them, which is by play. So let's go a little deeper into playtime and how it brings forth the child's connection to his own self-realization and self-actualization even deeper, which I feel is so important because as children, I feel most of us were steered away from that inner knowing, that inner connection, whether it was pressure from school, pressure from our peers to assimilate and conform, pressure from parents, and even pressure from society. We were steered away from the authentic versions of ourselves, and now as adults, we are all struggling to find our way back to that place of inner authenticity. So as we know, play is a natural medium for the child's expression of his feelings. Children bring forth in their world of play, the thoughts and feelings that they encounter in their relationships with other people. Words are lacking in hard things for a child. He has feelings that he cannot put into words and articulate, but play is something that he is easily capable of doing. The toys the child chooses act as a medium of the child's self-expression. They are the materials that are generally accepted to be the child's property. His free play is an expression of what he wants to do. He can bring order to this world of his. When he plays freely and without direction, he is expressing his personality. He is experiencing a period of independent action. He is releasing his feelings and attitudes he has been pushing to get out into the open. Many children utilize playtime experience with visible signs of a more mature attitude and behavior, and still have not been aware that it was any more than a free play period. And we all love to watch our children play. It is one of the joys as a parent to watch their imagination run wild and see the awe and wonder light up in their eyes. If we take these moments and broaden our awareness just a little bit, we can get a more in-depth look at what's really going on internally in our children. For example, you and your family just moved to a new town. Your child is going to a new school and left his best friend Jack behind. Whenever he is playing with his toys, he names one of them Jack. We can take this opportunity to tune in and observe the way he is interacting with Jack. Is he angry and hostile? Is he sad and melancholy? What are Jack and the other toys doing and saying during this playtime? You can take the opportunity to connect with your child and get a little more insight and without holding any judgment. And this is the key, is to withhold any judgment as to what's going on, what your child is saying and doing. And then once you get a little more insight, you can ask questions. Why is Jack doing or saying that? How does that make you feel? How do you feel towards Jack? Etc., etc. During playtime, our children have the opportunity to release their emotions and organize their thoughts. We, as parents, have the opportunity to get inside and observe their internal world, be a listening ear, understand and acknowledge the unique person that they are without holding any judgment. Because when it comes down to it, as people and individuals in general, don't we all just want to be understood and accepted for exactly who we are, especially by our parents? It seems so simple, and for me, all I needed was a slight shift in my perspective just to really understand how deep and important playtime is in the overall well-being and development of my children. And like I said, as a homeschooling mom, I was so set on the idea of books and worksheets and, you know, following every curriculum exactly, and, you know, making sure we had so-and-so minutes, hours of sitting down and trying to emulate, you know, public school and bringing that home. And I had to remember the reason why I wanted to homeschool in the first place is so we could have more freedom and just let my kids be free to be themselves, express themselves. And in reality, to a child, everything is learning. Every playtime is learning. Everything is new, and they're absorbing so much information all the time. And by play, they're really getting in tune with themselves and letting their inner guidance system direct them and learning what they like, what they dislike. And this is all going to help them in the future just becoming the whole versions of themselves without being fragmented into this direction and that direction, which what I feel happens when we make our children sit down and do, you know, 6+ hours of work a day, because children aren't meant to sit down. They're meant to play and run around, and that is their learning. That's their expression. So as you can see, giving your child plenty of opportunities to play is one of the best ways you can help them grow into curious, creative, healthy, and happy adults equipped with these skills they need to operate through life. Thanks for watching.